Recess is canceled.
No!
Yes, congratulations. Now get inside. Let's go.
Recess is one of Disney's most nostalgic shows, following a group of 4th graders at 3rd Street School who make it their mission to protect the other kids on the playground. Despite the unwritten laws opposing them, they seek a rational balance between conformity and individuality.
Ew, it's Randall. Get out of here, you little snitch. Loser!
Welcome to The Rewind. Today, we'll be counting down the top 10 Recess episodes. Before we begin, make sure to give this video a like and hit the subscribe button for good luck. 10. Copycat Kid.
So Vince, what's up? Well, I don't know how to say this, Mikey, but you gotta stop copying me. I mean, it was flattering at first, but come on.
During a game of baseball, Mike is almost struck in the face with the ball when Vince catches it just in time to save him. Being grateful for Vince, Mike idolizes the person who practically saved his life, even announcing it to the entire school. Things begin to get a bit weird when Mike would copy Vince's mannerisms, including the way he dressed. It got so bad that Vince would copy Mikey's characteristics as a way to retaliate. They eventually talk things out and conclude that being cool comes from who you truly are.
Mikey, you saved my life.
Uh-oh.
9. First name Ashley.
I'll get you for this, Ashley Spinelli! Spinelli? An Ashley? I don't believe it.
It's revealed to the other students that Spinelli's first name is Ashley, which automatically leads her to being forced into a school clique full of other girls named Ashley, who Spinelli isn't a fan of. The Ashleys at 3rd Street School only recruited Spinelli because they wanted a reason to transform her into one of them, which means giving her a makeover and changing the way she dresses. The only way for Spinelli to leave the clique is through a unanimous vote by the other Ashleys. All the other kids in school change their names to Ashley, and Spinelli invites them all in to trash the Ashley clubhouse. Just like that, Spinelli was successfully voted out of the clique.
Ashley, Ashley, Ashley! Why did my name have to be Ashley?
8. The Library Kid.
By the time I was 4, I had completed the collected works of Seuss and was deep into Babar in the original French.
Not every kid likes to go outside during recess, which is especially true for the Library Kid. What seemed like just an urban legend, the Library Kid is in fact a girl who happens to be an avid reader. She seeks solace in the library during recess since it's where she feels the safest. The gang tries to persuade the Library Kid to step outside and enjoy recess, something she's clearly never been able to do before. When they show her all the fun stuff she can do outside, things get a little out of hand and the Library Kid no longer wants to go back inside. It's at this point where the gang has to find a way to keep her from endangering herself while also rekindling her love for reading.
I know what you're thinking, and the answer is no. I'm never leaving this library again. This is where I belong, here with my safe, reliable books and my orderly card catalog.
7. Lord of the Nerds.
My robot turns into a flying dinosaur. Note the receptors here and here for wing regeneration spores.
Groovy!
The Library Kid wasn't the only person to stay indoors during recess, but the nerds in room 51 refused to go outside too. After breaking his collarbone playing kickball, TJ is sent to room 51 and is welcomed by the nerds, who are colloquially known as the Pale Kids. We learn of an urban legend of a kid named Tiny Sidgwick, who was abducted by the Pale Kids and never seen again. They get along pretty well, and they even play kickball together when TJ finally recovers. Lawson taunts the nerds for playing outside until Nerdy Frank finally squares up to him. This led to the reveal of Frank being the missing Tiny Sedgwick.
You strange, confused lawn dweller. I am Tiny Sedgwick.
But Tiny, you're tall.
I have thrived. I am happy.
6. The Substitute.
Okay, now let's have some drop and rolls.
Oh man, this swamps. The one time of the day that's supposed to be ours, and he's got us acting like Marines.
Miss Grokey becomes ill, and a mysterious substitute teacher named Mr. E takes over the class while she's away. The kids in class think it's a perfect opportunity to goof off and not do anything, but little do they know, Mr. E is strictly no nonsense and is determined to control the class. Mr. E would make the students do push-ups and jumping jacks during recess and assign everyone an independent study project due the following Friday. Everyone seems to like Mr. E except for TJ, who bases his project around supporting Miss Grotke with a Get Well Soon card. To TJ's surprise, Mr. E really enjoyed his presentation.
I had you all wrong, kid. Sure, you're spirited, but you're loyal. I respect that.
Well, I gotta admit, I wouldn't have made this card if it hadn't been for you, and it was one of the best things I ever did.
5. Weekend at Muriel's.
Great, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
Now you're in luck. We're having horse liver with lima beans and Brussels sprouts.
Why me?
Spinelli's parents go out of town, which leaves her to spend the weekend with Miss Finster. Turns out, Miss Finster is good friends with Spinelli's mom and was a last resort decision when it came to finding a babysitter for Spinelli. Sadly for Miss Finster, she overhears Spinelli call her friends on the phone telling them how boring her time at home has been with her, which encourages Miss Finster to do more fun things. After seeing how much effort Miss Finster puts into their time together, Spinelli joins her in hula dancing.
Guys, let's promise never to talk about this.
4. The Box.
It's just a bunch of lines painted on the ground.
Yeah.
Miss Finster comes up with a new but effective punishment called the box, which forces students to stand within a square on the ground. TJ has to stand in the box after causing trouble, which eventually causes him to lose his sanity. The experience in the box traumatized TJ so much that he begins to act nervous with every action he does. Eventually, the gang helps TJ through his trauma and reminds him it's just 4 lines painted on the ground, much to his relief.
You're supposed to be nothing but a blithering jello mold.
What, because of that? I have to be nuts to be afraid of that. See ya.
My box!
3. The Beauty Contest.
What are you talking about?
Come on, it's the ultimate way to get back at the Ashleys. Be a contestant and win.
Yeah, I see what you're going for.
No way!
The Ashleys put Spinelli into a beauty pageant alongside them as revenge for Spinelli throwing a dirt clod at their clubhouse. When it's announced Spinelli will be in the pageant, the gang convinces her to beat the Ashleys by winning the contest. They start by removing Spinelli's hat and washing her hair. Little by little, Spinelli's transformation and rehearsals turned her into a worthy opponent to the Ashleys. When it came to the Q&A segment of the pageant, Spinelli told the truth and exclaimed, "This isn't me." Her genuine demeanor and honesty were more than enough to win the contest and beat the Ashleys.
This is me. I'm not a painted up doll. I'm a kid, and I don't want to be anything else.
2. One stayed clean.
Gus, what the heck? I'm with you. I'll keep you clean.
No one's messing you up, Gus. Not while I'm around.
It's picture day at 3rd Street School, which is also Gus's first ever picture day since he's been transferred so many times. The 4th graders are the last to get their picture taken, which means they have the longest amount of time to avoid getting their clothes dirty. Given that this is Gus's first picture day, the gang prioritizes Gus over themselves, and they even cover themselves in filth to ensure Gus looks his best. In the end, Gus sacrifices his clean appearance by courageously jumping in front of TJ and enduring the remains of a can of cheese thrown by Lawson.
That's my son, right there near the middle in his first-class picture ever. If you ask me, soldier, well, I'd say he's never looked better.
1. Recess is canceled.
Operation Recess Recall is begun.
The government officially cancels recess after test grades have been failing. Teachers hate this change just as much as the kids do, since recess isn't only a time for kids to have fun, but also a break for teachers who spend all day in class too. Test scores only go down even further after this change, which prompts the government to go full circle and bring back recess as a genius idea to help students stress less and raise their scores.
I'm running! I'm running! Free! We're free!
Basketball.
What do you think of our list? Before you leave, don't forget to give this video a like and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Check out these other videos from the Rewind, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss another video again.